Conceive, believe, achieve. Shut the f*** up.
This is Believe You Me on the Gas Digital Network.
I feel we need to talk about, well, I was going to say what an absolute legend of a human being Stephen Wonderboy Thompson is. But it's not fair to say that without talking about Anthony Pettis. And of course, I'm referring to the fight at the weekend. Unfortunately, I didn't see. But unlike Luis J. Gomez, I've made sure, I've done my homework. I've read the reports. I've watched the highlights. I'm informed.
I watched the fucking fight. I actually watched it, you son of a bitch.
Generally, you don't know, and you don't do your homework, and you rely on Harrington and his fat fingers to tell you what went on. Me on the flip side, I'll come clean. I didn't watch it, but I've done everything I can to get filled in. And what I have seen is, of course, we'll talk about Pettis and how great that was. But have we got the clip of Wonderboy? Can you get that, Harrington, at all? There's a clip of Wonderboy at the hospital afterwards, and it's very
and make
refreshing.
sure that it's not UFC owned footage, so we get fucking bumped again for. And by the way, that was people were like, they're like, dude, how could they bump a Hall of Famer? There's nobody at the UFC making a decision. It's an algorithm that YouTube has. So if you have copywritten content that you put on your channel, they'll just track it and then they bump you automatically. It's not nobody made a decision to fuck Michael Bisping in his podcast. I promise you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
So good, Harrington. This is TJ Dillashaw, or I'm sorry, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson at the hospital, correct?
Yes.
Good.
Volume. Okay.
All right. He's just standing there or sitting there.
He's just been knocked out, to be fair. He doesn't know what's going on. He's like, where am I?
This is the 17-minute long video. I don't know where you want me to go to.
Oh, it's a 17-minute long video?
Oh, okay. Well, let's kill that there.
What's up, guys? Is it on you?
Oh.
So what are you talking about?
Well, anyway, basically what goes on. I saw a little clip on Twitter. Maybe I should have forwarded it to you. I've been busy today, though. Closing deals, book publishers, things like that, of that nature, whatever. But, most of the time when people get knocked out, they're maybe full of excuses. They're feeling sorry for themselves. He was awesome. He handled it like a true man and a true martial artist. And he was like, wow, that was awesome, man. It was so ninja. I didn't even see it coming. Congratulations. He just had an awesome outlook on it. And as we all know, Wonderboy Thompson is a great human being anyway. He's always handled himself with class. He works with little kids on martial arts and stuff. And I think that's amazing. But just the way he handled that knockout loss, there's no better way of doing it. Rather than being sore, TJ, going back to TJ, denying that the fight should have been stopped and all that kind of stuff. He just took it on the chin, quite literally. Like the way he took that Superman punch, he took the loss on the chin as well. And he was like, he fucking got me, man. All these fights, karate, MMA, I've never been knocked out. Had to happen eventually.
76 fights out of 76 MMA and kickboxing bouts. He's never been knocked out ever. And Anthony Pettis, who just had a little run at 145, now jumps up to 170. Pettis is all over the place with his weight, comes out and knocks him out. And I got to be honest with you, I never, ever saw that happening in a million years. I thought that Stephen Thompson just had Anthony Pettis' skill set and was able to, with the size, be able to use that to his advantage. And he's just been higher ranked at a higher weight class for longer and more competitive and higher quality fights. But we just saw it, just like we just saw Masvidal come out and fucking just throw that nasty punch. Here we go. Boom. Look at that.
And you know what? It doesn't even look like a particularly hard punch, right? He jumps off the cage, very, very athletic. Of course, he didn't jump off the cage, pardon me. It was just a standard Superman punch from the southpaw position. He throws, and you see the head pop back. Obviously, that's a sign that there was decent impact. But it just shows you don't have to load up on your punch. And the beauty of a Superman punch is that he's propelling through the air. So whatever Pettis weighs is behind that shot as well, He's falling into the chin with the whole weight of his body.
And he also
it didn't
bounced.
look like much.
It was almost like pro wrestling, the way he bounced off the cage. It wasn't like he didn't do the kick like he did off the cage in the Benson Henderson fight, but he literally bounced like it was a pro wrestling thing off the cage and then Superman punch. Do you think that added to any of the trajectory? Because it looks like it almost did. If you watch it again, if you pull that little thing up again, it looks like the bump off the cage sort of gave him a little bit of a push. Maybe it didn't do much, but it looked fucking cool as shit.
Yeah, no, it really didn't. It was a great knockout. But going back to what you were saying before, I actually thought, listen, I'm a Pettis fan. He always provides excellent entertainment, and he's had some amazing stoppages over the years. Fantastic striker, excellent kicker. And as I say, he handles himself pretty cool. I like Anthony Pettis. Side note, incidentally, and I don't know why this is, he's blocked Callum Bisping on Instagram.
No.
Callum always laughs. Yeah, Callum always laughs about this. Pettis has blocked him on Instagram. He doesn't know why. He must have said something on Twitter that he didn't like or something. But Anthony Pettis has blocked my son on Instagram. Side note. Anyway, but back to what I was saying.
That's it. That's the fight, by the way. Callum and Anthony Pettis will one day fight. It's going to happen right now. We just set the groundwork for it.
On the same card as me and Tim Sylvia.
Yep.
There's the co-main event. Yeah. No, I thought for the same reasons you said. Wonderboy has a similar skill set. He's a bigger guy. He's a longer guy. He's got less stoppages and knockouts on his record. He hasn't got as many miles on the clock. And he's a bigger version of Pettis. I just thought it was a terrible fight for him, but just goes to show. And, of course, he was getting handled in the fight. But, one punch, and we say it all the time, is all it takes. So well done to Anthony Pettis. Incredible win. And another classic Showtime finish. And also well done to Wonderboy Thompson for showing the MMA world how to take a defeat with class and grace, because it was beautiful, and he should be proud of himself. Both of those guys, of course, Pettis was the winner, but I think it's hard to call Wonderboy a loser after the way he took that. Of course, he lost the fight, but you know what I mean? He's still a winner in my book, Lewis.
Yeah, no, he totally won that fight.
Totally won it, exactly.
Yeah, he's a winner. They're both winners. They're both winners. Obviously, if you watch the footage, there are no losers in that fight where Stephen Wonderboy Thompson was brutally knocked out and fucking woke up 15 minutes later. He's a winner.
His head bounces off the canvas and comes to in the hospital, has no idea how he got there. Yeah, he's a fucking winner in my book. Yeah. And then you combine that with the fact that he lost half of his purse. Yeah. No, he's still a winner. He's a winner. All day. Winner, chicken dinner.